Hi and welcome. My inspiration for Ethereal Nights came from my friend Lydia Fielder. She's amazing. I love this stamp set, and it's called Magical Day. And this card is turning a line art stamp set into an illuminated image. That's a mouthful. Totally cased from Lydia. I used a retired set of circle framelits for my circle. If you don't have a circle large enough, use a ribbon holder, a bowl, or some other round device to cut out your circle. All sizes will be on my blog. I use the Avery removable ID labels, and it works perfectly for the card. You're going to cut out a semicircle out for the large planet, and both pieces will be used. You'll also punch out a round circle for your planet. Put the mask on the bottom of the shimmery white cardstock and sponge using lemon lime twist first and then tempting turquoise. In my initial sample card, I used lemon lime twist and tranquil tide, but I changed to a darker sky in this demo. Before sponging on your cardstock, sponge a little off on the piece of scrap paper so that most of the pigment will start on your scrap paper and it won't create such a blotted image. I'm going to speed up through sponging. Here I'm adding the second color. I peel off the label and I'm going to put the next label on just a little inside so there won't be a round line. I'm going to start sponging the sky using Tranquil Tide. Start by sponging off on your paper first. This is a dark, moody sky. It ends, I'm sorry for the little bounce there. You're going to leave a circle around, I'm going to call it the moon, around the planet, so that it will be illuminated. So this is Night of Navy. I reused my mask so you can see it's peeling up a little bit. So after I take it off, I see that I made a little mistake. So I'm going to fix it by adding a little bit of lemon lime twist with a sponge. And a little bit of tempting turquoise in there. And then I'm going to bring out my Stamparatus. I love the Stamparatus. Oops, forgot to take off my planet. If you didn't reserve yours, it will be in the new annual catalog. So I'm taking out the extra sponge piece. I have my planet positioned. I want their feet on the planet because they're not flying in the air. So I'm adjusting it. You can see I added a piece of duct tape to my magnet because they're so strong. Stamparatus is perfect for adjusting. I also love my Misty. But for this video, I am hooked line and sinker on this Stamparatus. I'm going to use Memento black ink. And the wonderful thing about using a stamping tool is if it doesn't come out dark enough the first time, you can restamp it. I did this a few times, but I really didn't need to because I'm going to be coloring in my dragon and my wizard. So to color, I'm cleaning off, of course. The Stamparatus has two pieces. For this video, I'm only using one. So I flipped it, and I'm putting in the extra piece to use with the photopolymer stamps. I'm adjusting my stamp. I'm fusing it in place with that heavy magnet. I'm using Memento again. And for this, I do want a really dark black image in there. It says, "You're truly amazing." I thought that was perfect for this. clean off the second time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up through the next part. I'm using a Sharpie, a very fine point Sharpie, and I'm going to draw in the lines of the hat and any of the finer details on the wizard and the dragon. Go over the hands. I'm using a fine point Sharpie because if I used a regular point Copic or marker, they would be too wide to get in the finer details. So a Sharpie works perfectly. And this is the Shimmery White cardstock by Stampin' Up. As I go through the next part, I speed up the video. Don't forget to color in your spines because they make Mr. Dragon or Mrs. Dragon. The next one, I think I'll put some flames coming from their mouth. It looks like he's turning around to say something to the wizard, and the wizard is going to poof something in the air. I don't have a blend marker in black, which is why I'm not using the Stampin' Up marker. So the Sharpie works perfectly to go over all these little fine details. I'm coming in with my Spectrum Noir alcohol marker to really color in the rest of it. Doesn't it have a wonderful shape? Looks great in black. I wish I could color that fast in real life, but alas, I cannot. It is an ethereal card. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the inside. So as I'm finishing up, putting in the little pieces at the bottom for feet, I'm a perfectionist. Next, I'm putting in the shadows. I am using a Spectrum Noir gray marker to add shadow to the bottom of the wizard and the dragon. I actually like the shadows in my first card. Next, I'm using a Sigio white gel pen to add some scratch marks around the wizard and the dragon so that they won't be just two flat black images. I wasn't sure where to put them, so as you're doing it, I didn't do it so that a light was shining on it. I just highlighted parts that I wanted to highlight. Next, I'm going over with a Prismacolor pencil in white to add some definition to my two figures. Totally case from Lydia. Thank you very much. I'm going around both of them just to make it highlighted. Next, I'm coming in with a stamp from the set, and I'm using the Whisper White Craft, putting some stars in the sky. I'm cleaning up a little of the white because I found it just a little too dark. I will mat this on a piece of black cardstock and then put it on a card. I love it. Oh, one thing I forgot is I put a little orb in the hand. It's a glitter enamel dot. All of this will be on my blog. I just love the card. Thank you, Lydia.